go live. We might. We might be streaming. Maybe. Maybe. I might have accidentally pushed the wrong button, which happens. It happens. Okay, but it looks like we're live, so I'm gonna continue and assume that we are live. So today we are back. This is part 2, and I'm predicting there might be a part 3 because I feel pretty confident about getting like from here down done today, but here up, I don't know that I feel confident that we're gonna do that. So let's jump in and get to it. So I'm gonna squeeze up just a little bit so the bottom is in focus. Now, just a reminder, we're creating some art to go on my wall for my Enchanted Forest decor theme, which is coming up here tomorrow. I want to start decorating for it, so this probably won't be done quite yet, but I can leave a space open for it. Last time we painted this pretty little scene, which I think is cute. I had been planning to start it over here, which I felt like was fun and looked really good. But then I was slowly moving it over here, and I'm actually kind of liking that. And I'm thinking maybe what we do is we tear it a little bit in, and so we can see some of this, whatever this little town is, as if to indicate we're over here, as if this is the start of the story. While I was getting ready earlier, I did go ahead and electronically die cut using my Cricut some dragons. So let's pull those off, maybe. I think this is the first time I've ever used this mat, so that's why it's extra sticky. Oh, you may recognize these papers as leftover papers from last time. And of course, I'm having terrible issues doing this, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Come on, little dragon. Off you pop. 1 down, 2 to go. And another one. Cutting with the Cricut isn't too hard, and it's pretty fast, but I didn't really want a chance doing it and having issues on our lives, so I went ahead and did it earlier. I did think that these were going to be pretty cute just themselves. So if we take this one that we did, what if we did something like that? Oh, that's fun. Or if we turned it around. Maybe something like that. Oh, that would be such a fun card. Okay. We'll save this. I don't know about this one. I don't think there's much use saving this one. We'll save it for now just in case we need this little bit. But I think we'll make a card out of this one. How adorable. We can think of something fun. Okay. And that's why I use up all the extra paint, because there's always cool things to do. So now that we got those dragons started, I was kind of thinking of layering them here. Maybe having one kind of down here is like a shadow. Let's switch this. Let's get this guy over here and maybe this guy up here. Here we go. They're looking a little samesies. The two are fine, but maybe we just do the very side of the other. Just like a tiny bit of this one coming in. Maybe something like that is what I'm thinking. So easy peasy on those. But I'm feeling like it's not standing out quite enough against what's happening here. And I'm thinking this is kind of a, hey, this is dragon territory kind of thing. So we're creating a whole story with this painting, which I love. I love that. So let's move all of our stuff out of the way so we can keep working. There we go. Put this over here and we'll keep working on that in just a minute. But what I do think I want to do is to put a little bit of darker color down over here. We've got two different Jane Davenport layer cakes. We've got the sushi roll and the lustrous eclairs. And let's grab a few of these colors. So I'm thinking these three colors here are pretty nice, as well as over here, maybe this one and then this freshwater eel. Okay, so the freshwater eel and the wasabi and seaweed, kind of what I'm thinking. Let's just move this a little bit over to the side. Or maybe I can get enough of it so you can see. Give me just a second to pull that in. Okay, so perfect. Here's the wasabi and seaweed, freshwater eel, metallic moss, emerald city, tingling teal. And I'm thinking we just add a little bit into the background here to give it some oomph. So let's get our brush a little bit wet. I want to start with just a little bit of this metallic moss. There we go. Get that started. Oh. Okay, I'm going to start down here because this is going to be covered. So we can kind of see. I almost feel like that's a little dark. Okay. Just checking to make sure. Maybe get a little bit less. We just kind of go like that. Oh gosh, but that covers up that beautiful color that we did, which I don't love. I don't know. Let's be a little bit more careful maybe. And okay, there we go. That's kind of more what I'm thinking about. Just getting a nice layer. Okay, that's a color we could definitely do. But while we're thinking about it, can we rub it off? That's a question. Could we get put it down and then pull it off the top? Oh, yeah. So if we go a little bit out of the lines, it's going to be fine. We'll be okay. We can kind of just wipe it off. And there. Okay, but we still don't want too much on the dark side. So I kind of like the metallic moss, but I'm thinking maybe let's try just a little bit of a mix between the wasabi and the seaweed. That might be a better color for kind of what we're going for. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's a beautiful olivey color. Let it soak in just a little bit. And then we just pick it up off the top. Okay. So thinking about this, where would we kind of want this color? So I'm thinking kind of here, go up a little bit, over, maybe down. Okay. Let's pick some of that up, drop some of it off, grab a tiny bit extra water, and start moving up. I'm going to be less worrisome because it looked like we could pretty easily just rub off. There we go. Ooh. And let's come in, grab it off the top while it's still wet. And we can come in with a little bit more water at the end to just make sure we got it. But I'm thinking that's looking really good. Okay, tiny bit more water, and I kind of want to break up the edge here, make it a little bit more natural. There we go. Ooh, I'm liking that. Okay, that kind of blends out without being too in your face. So grab some more of our beautiful color here. I do really like the in-between of these two colors. Let's grab, it might be a little bit dark, add a little bit more water. Pour it in. I'm trying to get kind of in between the crevices so there's not too much light paper coming through. I guess while I'm thinking about it, pick up some of our green off the top. There we go. And add it in. Now, a reminder, this is just cheap cardstock. It is not watercolor paper, so we don't want to put too much rubbing down and we don't want to put too much pressure or media down. We just want to be nice and light and gentle and not go too far with this. I'm just trying to get the color right. There we go. And keep painting. And grab that off the top so that our glitter paste can shine even though we were a little bit bad and came back over this. Just pick that back up. Okay, there we go. I really do want that to shine. I'm thinking if we spritz this with water and then just dab it after will be really good. Okay, there we go. I think we said up to about here. And there we go. Okay. There we are making progress. Easy as easy pie, I guess. Now, I do definitely want it to go off the paper. Make sure it feels like this world continues, things beyond. Definitely always something that's important in a story. And there we go. Maybe pull a little of that color off, get some more of the white or the clear, just pull the edges out. There we go. Awesome. And there we go. Okay. How is that looking? Is that at all better? Is it at all interesting? Feeling like this is kind of an interesting edge. Maybe we need to go up just a tiny bit further. But I don't want to follow that exactly at the same time. Maybe just a little bit higher here. Okay. There we go. And maybe just a tiny bit here. I don't know. Clean our brush a little bit. Blend out these edges. Hope we didn't just mess anything up. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's move this because it will mess up with water and get us a clean area. Here we go. And I'm going to spritz this with some water. Just kind of go in, and I'm really just wiping off the top. I'm not trying to get in between. It's more flat to really get the top clean. I think that'll do it. Okay. So we made progress for sure. Oh, before I close that one, I think I'm good with this one. I will leave this open to dry out though. So put that over here. Now here we go. Let's take a look at this. While this, I'm going to put this to the side to dry a little bit. I don't know that the color is picking up very well for y'all, but for me it's very green. And for y'all, it's very dark olivey. To me, it's very bright green olive, and for the picture, it looks very dark brown olive. So you have to just trust me, that's a lot prettier in person. But we'll put this to the side to dry. And the next thing I wanted to work on, oh, but first, let me show you, last thing, real quick, is this guy does pop a lot better on top of the darker green. So let's put that to the side, and I'm thinking for him is to take some of this Empire Gold. I guess we do have Empire Gold and we also have King Gold. This one's more yellowy, this one's more coppery. Kind of feeling the yellowy. Let's go with it and add just a little bit of interest into this guy. I'm gonna tap on my finger. I find my finger the best tool for this gilding stuff, and really just pull it up from the bottom. We might do a layer or two of this so that we actually get a nice coating, kind of to make it look like dragons flying. Oh, I think that's fun. I hope. Per usual, I'm hoping I didn't didn't ruin everything. So let's just pull it on. I don't want to cover this beautiful color too much, especially with our fun gradient. So we have it almost coming from behind this guy, as if the sun is below him. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit there. Okay. Ooh, that is fun. And then I'm thinking along the edge. I'm not pulling in, I'm just kind of running along this edge. So it's less white and more of a golden edge. I don't know that I'll be able to perfectly get around everything, but we can kind of try. So we get a little bit less of the white, it's a die cut, and more of, I don't know, purposeful. It's a purposeful piece of art. Oh, I like that actually. Kind of give a little dimension. Okay. I think we've got most of it. Let's go there. And we'll go there. Now, I've had these pots for a couple years now, and I have barely used any because just a tiny bit goes so far. The best part about it, and I've had products like this before where a tiny bit goes really far, but then they sell you this huge pot and you can't use it all before it's done. But thankfully, this stuff just really lasts. And I think I'll have to get some rubbing alcohol to get that off. But it's okay, we'll just keep moving forward. So we've got one little dragon done. I don't think much needs to be added to him. But I do feel like these poor little guides need something too. I'm thinking rather than silver, because I do have silver gilding wax, and that could work, but I think what might be better is some of these luscious eclairs, I think is what it's called, and just doing similar to how we designed this guy, but with some of these metallic colors. So let's go with, let's start with him and maybe some of this tingling teal. I don't know whoever found teal and said, this tingles. But apparently somebody has, because they named a color tingling teal. Just gonna grab at the ends. Again, very similar. Our goal is just to make it look same enough without being too close. There we go. Give a little bit of definition between the wing and the body so that looks more dragony. Since we have a brush, we can do a bit more than I could with my fingers. Let's clean that off. Pull that in. Grab a little bit of this metallic moss. Ooh, what a fun color. Pull this in here. Okay. Pull that out with just a little bit of a lighter. Okay. Ooh, that guy's fun. I'm gonna call him okay. And adding just this tiny bit of dimension, I think really helps make them look so much more alive. Let's grab that color so it doesn't contaminate. And let's use some of this Emerald City. Make this one a little bit different colors so it maybe looks a little bit more different. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm liking that. Okay. Oh, how fun. It's like an emerald dragon. I like that. It's a very happy dragon. And pull in from the bottom. So hopefully it gives the illusion of a flying dragon. Clean off some of that. So we have a little bit of a cleaner brush and we can just pull that in just a bit further. Clean brush. And hopefully blend out just a tiny bit. Okay, there we go. I think our happy dragons are having fun. Now let me move this one over again out of the way and let it dry. We can bring our paper back in. Oh, it's feeling drier. Okay. So let's see. I do like that. That is cute. Maybe something like this. Something like that is what I'm thinking. And I haven't started gluing anything down because I don't want to glue stuff down and then need to put something under it. Is kind of where we are. So I'm calling this kind of area pretty good, but I do think I want to kind of tear in here. So I'm going to do it backwards because I would like to get, we'll just start here and let's see how that worked. Oh, like almost perfectly? I did something almost perfectly on the first try. Oh, what excitement. Okay. So kind of like that. And I'm going to bring in some old paper. Although I'm going to put it off to the side, even though you can't see it, because I don't want to mess everything up. And I'm just grabbing a tiny bit, just enough to color this. So it looks old and it matches in. And I think the color should kind of, as it dries, it'll dry back to the same color as we did over there. Ooh, how fun. Okay, so for now, for this moment, I'm not going to glue it down, but that's what it's looking like. let's move on to this area. So in my mind, this is kind of like a story. So we have some young guy living on his farm, on the edge of the wilderness, on the edge of dragon territory, and the dragons come down and destroy his farmhouse, destroy big swaths of his little village, and he has to go on a quest to deal with these doggone dragons. So he goes over here, and because there's this cool city on the lake, I thought, what if we did something fun? So I used AI in here. Let me see if I can show you. I used this AI painting that I created and printed it out. I printed it out really small. So let me go back to tabletop so you can see. So that's what this is right here. Is that really cool AI painting I did, cut really small. And I think there's two options. So we could fussy cut. This was my first thought. Fussy cut along this river line, and then along this road line, and along here, and kind of tuck it in and have it something like this, and maybe fussy cut along the top here. We could fussy cut here and cut out this whole section right here. Or my second idea is we could kind of fussy cut along here, fussy cut here, and stick this guy kind of in here so it blends up, as if to show you this is the city on the lake. And I don't know. I thought by this point I would know what to do, but I'm thinking over here. I'm still thinking this. So let me scooch this over just a bit. And I found this slice knife this weekend. Well, actually, I've changed my mind. Let's start over here. And we don't need to go too far. I think we kind of want it here. Something like that. So, kind of there to there. Let's see if we can outline it just below this river. And I have a glass mat under here, so, well, this slice tool is not very good. It sliced about a millimeter where it's like, I don't know. I don't know that I want to do this anymore. Come on, guy. I don't think I've ever used this, so it should work perfectly as if it's brand new. And of course, it does not want to, so I'm going to try going over my cut lines. There we go. Okay. So kind of what that will look like is we'll tuck this picture in here. Okay. Lisa, did you underestimate? Oh, yeah. I didn't go far enough. That's the issue. That's the issue. Okay. I knew it was the up bump, but it's this up bump. Let's keep going. have quite as much control over this thing as I would hope. And I don't love that it sounds like it's cutting into my glass. Thought you weren't supposed to be able to do that. I don't know. There we go. So let's pop this one in. Oh, how fun. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So I definitely like how this looks. Let's go here and kind of at this line. I think we want it here. There we go. So this will go here, and this will go here, and kind of something like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Now, it's almost as if this is a mountain. So you could kind of almost imagine we're looking at this edge here. You can kind of see the mountain in the back. That's how I'm going to think of this, at least. So maybe what we can do, let me move this to the side for a second, is let's cut along here. Down just a little bit. And then let's kind of follow this pretend mountain. There we go. Okay, so really thin paper cuts fine. The thicker cardstock, it does not. And then I'm thinking we can kind of cut this tower out. Just keep it in the picture, but just cut the top off, or cut a line on the top. Come on, keep cutting. Then, okay, maybe we try from this side. Okay, so I apologize. That was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Hard to talk and do that. Okay, so let's come back over here. Let's blend this in. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. That's just what I wanted. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then kind of go like this. Okay. Now I'm fine with cutting that off. Sorry, a little out of camera. As you can see if you look real close, let me pull this up a little bit for you. How cute is that? So it cuts in over here, goes along here, and then this little flap goes above, and then you get the mountain. Now, there is this cool paper flap that I wanted to integrate in. So if we can, we will maybe cut. I want to keep just a little edge of the dark so you can really tell. The contrast helps. So leaving just a tiny bit of the dark will help with the contrast. Come on. And swoop it down. So I really like this idea that I'm going with, and I like I like where we're going here. This tool is not my favorite though. Okay. So then on this edge, it's going to kind of tuck in. I think we're going to need to cut a little bit off right here. And then do we want to do anything down here? Let's kind of tuck this in how we're planning it, because over here I think we're about good. There. And then we really need to cut it down. Maybe right here. Okay. So do we have like a straight edge? I just jerry-rig this. Okay. Did that do it? Kind of. Kind of did it. Maybe. There we go. Okay. One corner in. This corner, and the hardest part down over here.